Hey everyone, this is James with Unity of Greenville. Thanks so much for joining with me today. I appreciate it. Look forward to sharing with you today in just a few moments on Redefine Everything. We're going to talk about how to redefine your life. And you might say, well, why would I want to do that? Well, hang on in just a moment and we're going to get to it. But before we do, I want to tell you about a class that we're starting this Wednesday night, and it will be a Zoom class for those that are watching online and can't get there, or you can be there in person. Either way, what we're going to do is we're going to talk about the mind and how to get control of your mind and be able to manage it better, how to remember things and how to concentrate and focus, how to uh, be able to remember what you need to remember and let go of the things that you don't need, and how that you can overcome resistance in your mind when you know what's going on, when you know how the mind works. And it's a very simple but yet straightforward teaching about the powers of concentration, remembering, and how that we can use our minds for the highest good. So if you want to be part of this class, there's only two sessions. It'll be this coming Wednesday, which is the 11th, which is tomorrow night at 6:30. You can come and be with us in person at Unity of Greenville, or you can join us through Zoom. All you have to do is sign up on our website, unitychurchofgreenville.org, and let us know that you're coming or that you want a Zoom link, and we will send you a Zoom link tomorrow afternoon so that you will be able to join the class tomorrow night. All right, so take advantage of that. Don't miss this opportunity to learn more about your mind. So today we're talking about redefinition. Redefinition. Hmm. Redefining your life. You see, I'm not getting older. I'm simply getting wiser. You see what I did there? Rather than talking about age and getting older and telling my body, hey, you're getting older. Well, obviously, my age is changing, but I want to redefine it in a way that's more positive. I want to redefine my life in a way that is training my mind so that I can have more of what I want and set myself up to receive more of the good. Now, at first, this practice might feel like a game, but really what you're doing is you're redefining, you're reprogramming your mind, you're retraining yourself to think in a different way. And that's how you set yourself up for good things. When you redefine something in the positive, you take away the sting of emotional pain. So I'm not getting older, I'm simply getting wiser. And you don't have to make a big deal out of it. Somebody says, "Hey, you're getting older." You say, "Yeah, I'm getting wiser. I'm getting wiser." Right? I'm not broke. I'm learning how to use what I have to make more with gratitude. How does that sound? Instead of walking around telling people that you are broke, you're not broke. You're just learning how to use what you have, because little is much when God is in it. And when you have gratitude about what you do have, it tends to multiply and expand and grow. And suddenly everything you need is available. So that's another thing you can do. Now, how about this one? I am not lonely. I am learning how to love myself. I'm learning how to love myself. You see, we're taking the emotional sting out of it, the emotional pain out of it. Instead of saying, I'm lonely, and you might feel lonely, But what you tell yourself is that I'm learning how to love myself. I'm learning how to pay more attention to me and to my needs, to what I desire. I'm redefining rather than saying, going around telling people I'm alone, I'm alone, I'm lonely. No, I'm learning how to love myself and honor myself and respect my needs and desires. Doesn't that sound good? Now, I have not failed at anything, but I have started over and over many times with greater wisdom. You see how that works? You see what we're doing? It's not that I'm a failure when I make a mistake or I fall down. I get back up and I do it again. I start over. And you know what? I learn how to do what it is that I'm doing, and I learn how to do it better, and I get better at it. Some people say, well, you're a sinner. And I say, I'm not a sinner. I'm learning how to use the mind of God and my own mind in more creative ways. You see how that comes out? I'm not my experience. I am the observer of my experience. Wow. See, I'm not what happens to me. I am what I do with what happens to me. That's what I become. I am who I choose to be. I am who I say that I am. Think about that. Don't let other people tell you who you are, because that's their opinion, right? Is it who you are? Is it who you want to be? So you have to think about it, don't you? You have to think, is this what I want to be? And once you decide what you want to be, then that's who you tell yourself that you are. Because one of the biggest obstacles that a person has, or blessing that a person has, is self-talk. If you use your self-talk to affirm the positive, affirm the good, uh, talking about what it is that you want and you desire in your life, then that's what you'll get. But if you use your self-talk to condemn, to blame, to accuse, to find fault with, of course we all make mistakes. Maybe you'll make 100 mistakes today. So what did you really do? You just discovered 100 different ways that something doesn't work, right? So you redefine it. You say, okay, I learned how this isn't the way to do it, but it's given me wisdom. And wisdom and knowledge together gives me understanding. And what do I understand? I understand myself. I understand who I am and who I want to be. And so I affirm that this is who I am. So who are you? Are you a fearful person, anxious person? Hmm. How could we turn that around? Well, instead of saying, I am afraid, say, well, there are things in life that are challenges, but I am learning how to deal with those challenges using courage and the spirit of bravery and overcoming. Do you like that? Doesn't that feel good? Doesn't that feed and inspire you? Instead of feeding on the negative, negative in, negative out, garbage in, garbage out. You are not a garbage can. Your mind is not a garbage can. Your mind is a sacred space. And so you want to keep good thoughts in your mind. You want to continually, in the Bible it says, to constantly renew the spirit of your mind. And we do that by affirming the truth of who we are and what we desire. It's important. So redefine everything. Redefine everything. If it's not the way you want it, redefine it. If you see a huge mountain in your life and you go, how am I going to deal with this? Well, redefine it. Maybe it's not as big as you think. Maybe there's a nice little trail that walks up the mountain, you know? Maybe there's a way to go around the mountain. Maybe there is a way to tunnel underneath the mountain. Maybe you can take a plane and fly over the mountain, right? So you just redefine what it is, redefine the challenges and look at them in a different way. Because your mind, many times, will work against you because it doesn't want you to change your beliefs. It wants you to continue the beliefs that you've had. And so it will create resistance. And so what you want to learn to do is overcome that resistance and move through it and find ways to redefine your life in a more positive way, in a more uplifting way, in a more inspirational way. You are an inspired being. You are an inspirational person. There are many people in your life that depend upon you, that look to you, that are, wanting to hear from you. Whether you realize it, whether you believe it or not, it's really true. There are people all around you waiting for you to share some good things with them, lay some good truth on them, right? So let's take a breath together. Let's take a moment to be grateful for our blessings. We take this opportunity to give thanks for all the good that we see, that we get to enjoy each and every day. Every day in every way, we're getting better and better. We're learning more and more. We're getting stronger. We're becoming a higher, greater, better version of ourselves than we've ever been before. We say thank you, thank you, thank you to the universe. Thank you, God. Thank you, Spirit. And thank you, my friends. Thanks for joining with me today. Now, this class starts tomorrow night at 6:30, so you don't want to miss it. Don't want to miss it. All right, now we'll be posting a YouTube tomorrow as well, tomorrow afternoon. A little bit more on what we talked about Sunday as far as the first principle of unity and the foundational aspects of unity. So I hope that you will take a moment to listen in on that as well. You take good care of yourself, redefine everything, and have fun with it. Blessings.